13th chapter, the final week. While it is true that all the so called end time events have been taking place since the very beginning of human history, it is also true that these events and situations are steadily increasing in frequency and severity. Gradually, the number of false Christs and false prophets is increasing. Finally, the world will see the most influential, cruel, and horrifying false Christ. That would be the climatic fulfillment of the first seal. After that final Antichrist, the world will never see another false Christ or false prophet. When will this final Antichrist appear in this world? There is a special appointed time for the climatic fulfillment of the first seal, and of course, all other end time events. This specially appointed time for the climatic fulfillment of the end time events is the final week. Similarly, though it is true that there have been wars and bloodshed throughout human history, the fact remains that the wars have been gradually becoming more and more distraught and finally shall culminate in a great, unprecedented worldwide war and bloodshed. That would be the final and climatic fulfillment of the second seal, after which there shall be no more wars. The same principle applies to the visions given under the remaining three seals. Throughout history, there were famines, pestilences, and martyrdom of saints, but these events will gradually become more and more extensive and intensified and finally have the climatic fulfillment in a specially appointed time called the final week. After that week, there shall be no more famines and the pestilences. There shall be no more persecution and martyrdom for God's people after the final week. Very soon, in the near future, we shall enter into a special period of time of 7 years in which the visions of the first five seals shall be fulfilled finally and at the maximum intensity. So it is now important for us to locate and identify this special period of 7 years in the scenario of end time. If we want to really identify and understand the term final week, we must understand that there are actually 70 weeks prophesied in the scriptures concerning the second coming of our Lord. We shall not be able to understand the final week unless we understand the total subject of the 70 weeks. If we want to clearly understand the last 7 years of the book of Revelation, we have to find the